Free fall.
Try this. Take a small stone. Hold it in your hand. Which forces are acting on the stone? Now, release the stone. What do you observe? What are the forces acting on the stone after you release it? Answer. A. The forces are acting on that small stone are the force exerted by the person holding it, the force exerted by the air, and the Earth's gravitational force. B. After releasing the stone, it falls on the ground. C. The forces acting on the stone after releasing it are the force exerted by air and the Earth's gravitational force. We know that the force of gravity due to the Earth acts on each and every object. When we were holding the stone in our hand, the stone was experiencing this force, but it was balanced by a force that we were applying on it in the opposite direction. As a result, the stone remained at rest. Once we release the stone from our hands, the only force that acts on it is the gravitational force of the Earth, and the stone falls down under its influence. Whenever an object moves under the influence of the force of gravity alone, it is said to be falling freely. Thus, the released stone is in a free fall. In free fall, the initial velocity of the object is zero and goes on increasing due to the acceleration due to gravity of the Earth. During free fall, the frictional force due to air opposes the motion of the object, and a buoyant force also acts on the object. Thus, true free fall is possible only in vacuum. For a freely falling object, the velocity on reaching the Earth and the time taken for it can be calculated by using Newton's equations of motion. For free fall, the initial velocity u is equal to 0 and the acceleration a is equal to g. Thus, we can write the equations as v is equal to gt, s is equal to 1 upon 2 gt square, v square is equal to 2gs. For calculating the motion of an object thrown upwards, acceleration is negative, that is, in a direction opposite to the velocity, and is taken to be minus g. The magnitude of g is the same, but the velocity of the object decreases because of this negative acceleration. The moon and the artificial satellites are moving only under the influence of the gravitational field of the Earth. Thus, they are in free fall. Do you know? The value of g is the same for all objects at a given place on the Earth. Thus, any two objects, irrespective of their masses or any other properties, when dropped from the same height and falling freely, will reach the Earth at the same time. Galileo is said to have performed an experiment around 1590 in the Italian city of Pisa. He dropped two spheres of different masses from the Leaning Tower of Pisa to demonstrate that both spheres reached the ground at the same time. When we drop a feather and a heavy stone at the same time from a height, they do not reach the Earth at the same time. The feather experiences a buoyant force and a frictional force due to air and therefore floats and reaches the ground slowly, later than the heavy stone. The buoyant and the frictional forces on the stone are much less than the weight of the stone and does not affect the speed of the stone much. Recently, scientists performed this experiment in vacuum and showed that the feather and stone indeed reach the Earth at the same time.